falling feels like failure. Painful, humiliating, final. But what if it's not the end? What if it's construction, not destruction? What if life is tearing down who you're not, just to build who you truly are? No one escapes the fall. The strongest people you admire were once crumpled, breathless, and defeated. But what separates them from those who stay stuck? The decision to rise, again and again, no matter how shattered they felt. Falling isn't weakness. It's the universe interrupting your comfort to redirect you toward your greatness. You didn't fall because you're a loser. You fell because something in you was too big to fit where you were. And now it's your time to stand. You are not the pain. You are the power that gets back up. Say it. I'm not broken. I'm becoming. The fall didn't break you. It cracked open a door to something greater. Get up. Not because it's easy. Get up because deep down you know. You were made to. And until you rise, your story remains incomplete. Behind every medal, behind every title, there's a secret most don't talk about. Failure, rejection letters, missed opportunities, nervous breakdowns, public embarrassment, private tears. The world sees the victory lap, but not the moments they nearly quit. You're not alone in your struggle. In fact, you're walking the same road every champion has walked. Falling isn't proof you're off track. It's a sign you're pushing your limits. Anyone who's never failed has never really tried. You're not here to live safely in the middle. You're built to stretch, to reach, to fall, and rise again. No one becomes great without collapsing first. Because in those collapsed moments, you discover what's real. You realize how badly you want it. You build muscles that success could never teach. So don't be ashamed of your setbacks. Wear them like battle scars. They're your proof of effort, your proof of courage. Remember, falling doesn't erase your potential. It sharpens it. You're not falling apart. You're falling into alignment. And when you rise this time, you'll carry wisdom only failure could have gifted you. You didn't fall out of greatness. You fell into the path that leads you straight to it. People crave heights, but fear the fall. They want success, but despise the struggle. Yet it's only when you've tasted the dirt, felt the sting of hitting rock bottom, that you understand the strength it takes to fly. The ground humbles you. It whispers truths the sky never had to teach. Truths about patience, about grit, about who you really are when no one's clapping. Falling strips away the noise. It removes the masks. It leaves you raw, but real. And in that realness, you find clarity. You don't rise because someone rescued you. You rise because lying there became more painful than fighting to stand. Don't curse the ground. It's where you found yourself. It's where warriors are born. The view from the top means nothing if you haven't earned your way back from the bottom. Every scar, every failure, every collapse, it all built a foundation. Not for your defeat, but for your launch. The ground is not your prison, it's your preparation. When you're on your knees, don't beg for escape. Rise. Slowly, shakily, but rise. Because what you learn there, it will carry you farther than any easy win ever could. Let's get one thing straight. Falling is not failure. Staying down, that's where failure lives. The moment you decide the floor is where you belong, you surrender your story. And you weren't born to surrender. Life will knock the wind out of you. It will bruise your confidence and challenge your worth. But you still have the choice to rise. Not when it's easy, but when it matters most. Anyone can smile when life is kind, but real strength is smiling when everything hurts. Rising when every part of you wants to hide. That's what separates the quitters from the legends. You will fall, you'll break, but you will heal, stronger, sharper, and more focused. Don't let the pain of falling rewrite the truth of who you are. Your identity isn't tied to the lowest point. It's revealed in your comeback. Get up. Not because you feel ready, but because you refuse to stay where life dropped you. You owe it to the version of you that dreamed big before the fall. Pick them back up, dust them off, and start again. With fire in your heart and steel in your soul. Most people hide their wounds. They wrap shame around them like gauze, afraid the world will see weakness. But you must learn to wear them like armor. Because every scar you carry is proof of a fight you didn't run from. of a moment you chose to survive when quitting felt easier. The world might only applaud results, but the real power lies in your resilience. Your scars speak for you. They say, "I was broken, but I rebuilt." They say, "I bled, but I healed." There is no shame in falling, only proof you are moving. You don't earn depth by staying untouched. You earn it by crawling through chaos and still finding your center. Your scars tell your story, the battles you faced, the nights you endured, the parts of you that refused to die. And in a world obsessed with perfection, your flaws become your fire. Don't cover them, showcase them. Let them remind you, and the world, that you didn't just survive, you evolved. And every time you fell, you didn't crumble, you changed. And change? That's the foundation of power. There's a reason you're still here. There's a reason life hasn't destroyed you, no matter how many times it's tried. You've walked through storms others couldn't even name. You've carried burdens so heavy they should have broken you, but they didn't. You bent, but you never snapped. Because deep inside you, there's something unshakable. Something forged in pain, but purified in purpose. And every fall you've taken wasn't meant to ruin you. It was meant to awaken you. The storm didn't come to drown you. It came to teach you how to breathe underwater. Look at yourself, not with pity, but with pride. You are proof that resilience doesn't always look pretty. Sometimes it looks like shaking hands, tear-streaked cheeks, and a quiet whisper, "I'll try again tomorrow." And that's enough. You don't have to roar to be powerful. Some days, surviving is the loudest victory. You were built to rise, not just once, but every time. You weren't made to stay on the floor. You're not weak because you fell. You're strong because you're still willing to fight your way back up. Let the world underestimate you. Let the storm come, because you were born to outlast it. Every time you fall, something in you is trying to speak. Not just the pain, but the lesson behind it. The fall isn't just punishment. It's guidance. It's correction. It's life forcing you to pause and pay attention to what your ambition might have blinded you from. Maybe the fall is whispering, "Slow down," or "Change direction," or even, "You're aiming too small." But most of us don't listen. We see the fall as a failure instead of a form of feedback. You want to rise? Then don't just get up wiser. Take the lesson with you. What did this fall show you about your limits, your mindset, your boundaries, your relationships? What truth did it uncover that you've been afraid to admit? Don't numb it. Learn from it. When you rise carrying wisdom, you won't rise to the same level. You'll rise above it. The fall wasn't there to keep you down. It was there to break the parts of you that were never meant to last. So when you stand again, don't just be the same version. Be the evolved one, the one who listens, adapts, transforms, and keeps moving forward. You think this fight is just about you? It's not. Someone is watching you right now. A younger sibling, a child, a friend, a stranger scrolling by, waiting to see if rising is even possible. Your fight becomes their faith. Your comeback becomes their courage. When you rise, you light a fire in others who forgot they could. That's the power of resilience. It's contagious. You never know who's holding on because you didn't give up. That's why your story matters. That's why you can't afford to stay down. This life you're rebuilding isn't just saving you, it's becoming someone else's blueprint. You are proof that strength doesn't mean perfection. It means continuing even when it hurts. It means shaking but showing up. So get up not just for your dream, but for the silent dreamers watching from the dark. Let your scars speak. Let your rise inspire. Be the reason someone else decides to heal, to try, to believe. The world has enough people who quit. It needs more who rise and rise again, louder, prouder, and more determined than ever before. Your next step might be the permission someone else needs to finally take theirs. Comfort never birthed greatness. Safety never created legends. And ease never forged warriors. It's the fall that woke you up. It's the pain that pushed you into purpose. Before the breakdown, you were living on autopilot. But when you hit the ground, the noise stopped. You had to face yourself. And in that silence, You heard something deeper, your real hunger. The hunger to change, to grow, to become. That's the gift of falling. It strips away what's shallow and ignites what's sacred. Now you don't just want to rise, you need to. You've seen the darkness, you've tasted hopelessness, but you're still breathing. And that breath isn't empty, it's power. Let the fire in your belly grow. Let it consume doubt, laziness, fear. You didn't fall to be forgotten. You fell so you could rise unrecognizable. This version of you, the one crawling back from pain, is more focused, more fierce, and more fearless. You were too calm before, too comfortable. Now you're on fire. Let the world see what that fire does. It may feel like you're at square one, like all your progress got erased the moment you hit the ground. But here's the truth. You're not starting over. You're starting stronger, wiser, more aware. The fall didn't erase what you built. It refined it. You're not who you were before the fall. You're who you were meant to become because of it. Now you know what doesn't work. Now you know what matters. Now you're more grounded, more real, and more ready than ever. And this time, when you rise, it won't be with blind hope. It'll be with conscious conviction. This isn't a reset. It's a rebirth. So stop regretting the fall. Start respecting it. It didn't steal your destiny. It sharpened it. You're not late. You're right on time. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet, but it's coming. Because you're coming, not just back, but beyond. The past was practice. Now it's game time. You've fallen, yes, but you've also awakened. So rise, not with doubt, but with fire. Not timidly, but triumphantly. You're not done. You're just getting started. And this time, nothing can hold you back.